Welcome everyone to the Road to Grand Champion series, the long-awaited series I might add, where we'll be helping you guys get out of the rank you're currently stuck at, but don't worry, you won't be doing this alone because we have a guest. This is why I spent all this.
And just like you guys, he also wants to rank up. So
we're going to be taking him and you guys out of the ranks you're currently stuck at up to Grand Champion 1. And with that being said, this is why I spent all this journey to Grand Champion.
Alright, what's going on y'all, and welcome back to the Road to Grand Champion series. This is episode number 12. Now there is one thing I want to bring up before we jump straight into the games, and that is in the last episode you guys saw that our teammate had abandoned the match, and I kind of did my best to try to keep the game close, but I didn't want to win, seeing as I'm trying to keep my skill level relative to the rank. But then I asked you guys for some feedback on whether or not you want to see me actually win in those particular situations, to show you guys how to win even when the odds are stacked against you. And a lot of you said you want me to play to win in those situations, to kind of show you guys how to win in those situations, which makes sense because that's what this series is supposed to show. It's supposed to show you guys how to win even when the odds are stacked against you, and how to position yourself smarter and look at what's going on around you so you can make better plays overall. So me taking bad shots on net, weak shots on purpose, or missing easy saves kind of defeats the purpose, seeing as I'm supposed to be showing you guys how to actually score those goals and actually make those saves. So this is gonna be good for me as well. I have to backtrack less. That way, if I'm not missing the save or not missing the goal, I don't have to go back and say, if you want to score this or if you want to make the save, you have to do this. I can just do it and show you guys. That way you guys know how to practice it for yourself. But with that being said, we left off the last episode at Silver 2 Division 4 at 406 MMR, so we should be able to push up into Silver 3 this episode. I think we're about one game off or so, but yeah, we should be able to push up into Silver 3, maybe even mid Silver 3 and close to gold. So hopefully we can do that. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and push right into game number 1. So we are in game number 1. We have Sally on our team and we're against Scott and Defense. So I'm still going to be trying to keep my mechanics relative to the rank, and Defense is not playing. Really good save from Scott there. Our defense is lagging. But yeah, I'm still going to be trying to keep my mechanics relative to the rank that I'm in. I'm going to be trying to do them a lot more consistently so you guys can see how to execute them in the situation that we're in. We're trying to get a pass middle to our teammate here. Hopefully he's there, ready for it. We end up getting demoed by Scott. And Defense is struggling over here. He has max ping. Here, Scott wants to back off of it. We'll try to get a touch or try to challenge Scott here. It goes over to the side. We'll let our teammate go for it if he wants to. Say all yours. He doesn't want to go, so we'll go. We'll make a touch off the wall here. Kind of wait for the bounces. Wait for it to come to us. Now that we have control of it, we can kind of go. Our teammate wants to bump us, but it's fine. No problem. We'll let Scott go for this. Kind of gets a really hard clear over the side of the wall. Try to position ourselves in net here to make the save. Try to front flip into this here. Try to get it clear up the field. Scott makes a bad touch. We'll try to get a hard clear off the wall here towards the net. See how Scott reacts to it. Scott gets another really good save there. Our teammate there gets a touch off the post. And a really good shot on net. Really good shot from our teammate there. Caught the ball off the post. Took his time there and side flipped the ball into the net. See how he positions himself around the ball. And then side flips to the right to put the ball in the net. Really good shot from him. We'll move on kickoff here. Grab this boost. Kind of wait to see what happens. Not the greatest kickoff, but we'll just grab this boost. Try to position ourselves around this ball to make a touch forwards. We can get a hard touch forwards around the opponents. Try to stay on this ball here. Try to get a hard touch forwards once again. But to see what Scott does, he might hit it, so we can't push up for it quite yet. You don't want to push up for the ball and then have the ball cleared over your head. Our teammate does a really good job of making it clear there. Try to position mid for his pass. Defense does get a pass middle. We can't quite score, that's a little bit high. We can try to go around this ball and make a touch off the wall. Try to get a pass middle to our teammate. Scott does end up making a touch, but not quite on target. Our teammate sitting in net, so we can challenge. You can see back there, your teammate sitting in net. You can be the aggressor. Try our best here. Just single jump into this. Really get blocked from defense. Try to move behind our teammate. Let him know that he can challenge now because we don't have any boost. Try to say all yours. He seems like he's a little bit passive and he's not really confident on challenging the ball. So we're going to keep that in mind here. I mean, she probably wants us to be challenging the ball a lot more often. Really get bumps from defense there to bump us out of the net. We'll try to get a touch off the wall here, middle. Kind of wait to see what Scott does with this. He ends up missing. Now the ball's connected to us. We can try to hold our boost to get it in the net a little bit quicker. So I did speak about this in the how-to mechanics video for silvers, that once the ball is connected to you, that you don't have to take your time and roll it in. You can just hold your boost, and the ball will stay connected to the front of your car. It will take some practice though. Once the ball is stuck there, just try holding your boost and you'll see how the ball stays stuck to the front of your car. It's a really awkward save for us to make. We haven't worked on our shadow defense as of yet, so you won't be able to do that. No problem. Our teammate went for the kickoff here, even though that was our kickoff to go for. So now that we know he likes to double commit, we'll try to use I got it to let him know that we have it. They're all yours. Nice. Decent kickoff from our teammate here. We'll try to wait on the bounces. Try to win the bounces. Scott's up for this. He does end up missing. Take our time with this. Catch it. Try to use our boost to get it into the net a little bit quicker. As you can see, once again, the same shot. We just wait for the ball to land in a spot to where it's easy for us to collect. We collect the ball, just hold our boost, and we boost it straight into the net. Same kickoff we've been doing thus far. Just do a single front flip kickoff. I think Scott tried to speed flip there. It doesn't quite do it properly. Try to get a touch over the wall to our teammate. G-Friends get the touch out. Our teammate, we gotta remember, is a little bit passive, so he might not be there to collect those passes. So we'll start following those passes up ourselves, just in case our teammate isn't there. The defense is trying to get a pass middle to his teammate. Our teammate moved back in net, so we'll try to challenge here. We'll try to challenge defense here. Just get a front flip here. And try to wait. Scott does a good job of blocking that. We'll let our teammate go. See what he does. Scott and defense end up double committing on the wall here. We'll try to get a pass middle to our teammate. Not quite. It was a little bit far, so he probably felt a little bit awkward there. Good call from him not to challenge the ball that he felt like he couldn't reach. Just single jump into this save here. Just hit this to the side. Nice. Really important to stay composed on defense. Don't panic. Let our teammate go. He wants to move back. Now he's turning back on the ball, so we'll let him go. Wait to see what Scott does with this ball here. Wait to see what G-Prince does with it. They're just in the corner. No need to push into your opponent's corner. We just wait mid for a pass. Our teammate does a good job of getting it mid, but defense was there to block it. We're going to try to challenge defense here. He ends up bumping us. I thought our teammate know that he can challenge for us here, since he's closer. Good challenge from our teammate. We're going to try to single jump into this ball to give it a little bit of speed since it's high up. Our teammate wants to challenge, so we'll let him go. Try to wait mid. Scott does end up getting a good block. Our teammate is still there, so we can't challenge yet. We're the last line of defense for our teammate. So we have to be really careful about moving up. Let this ball bounce here, kind of position behind the ball. We end up getting bumped by our teammate, but that's fine. Let's get a single touch forwards. Try to collect this ball. Try to hit it over the middle to our teammate. We end up getting bumped, and our teammate's not here. As we know, he isn't quite here because he's a little bit passive. We'll try to pass it over the middle again. See if he wants to move up. Close. He actually moved up for that one that time. Nice. Stay positioned at a safe space so you can actually see the field and see what's going on. That's why I'm kind of stressing to you guys to kind of position yourself far from the play. Not too far, but far enough to where you can actually watch and see what's going on. Kind of move here. See, defense might be able to take a shot, but since we're far enough away, we can make a block. But that is going to conclude game number 1. We end up getting 9 MMR, so that should move us up to 415 here. That might put us at silver 3, hopefully. Yeah, so we do end up hitting silver 3. We're at silver 3 division 1 now, and we're going to go ahead and move on to game number 2. Alright, so we're in game number 2, and on our team we have Monkey Bob, and we're against Monkey FPS and Hunter. Same stuff here, just try to move up, grab this boost, and wait to see what our teammate does on kickoff here. Let's bounce off the sidewall. Might go towards our net, so we have to wait and defend here, just in case. Like I said, just by watching what's going on, you can tell what you should be doing. You should be trying to go for a boost if the ball is coming towards your net. Should be kind of paying attention to what's going on. Monkey gets a touch up off the wall here. We'll kind of wait to see what Hunter does since he's closer than us. Gets a touch off the sidewall. We'll try to pump it into this here. Try to get a touch over them. Our teammate wants to go, so we'll let him go. Does end up missing. We'll try to position a good distance behind our teammate since he's still there, challenging. Decent challenges from our teammate. The ball is going over to the side. We're going to try to position wide so we can make a touch forwards. Get a hard touch up the field here. See how the opponents react to it. They end up missing. We can try to single jump into this ball and see what they do. Hunter makes a really good save. We'll try to make a touch up the field again, which is blocked by Monkey FPS. Try to move behind our teammate, let him know that he can challenge for us. Just grab the boost and wait. They get a touch from Hunter. We'll just make a touch up the field there. It was rolling on the ground. Pretty easy ball for us to save here in silver. Hunter's on it. We're gonna try to challenge this. Just make a touch forward. Try to challenge Monkey here. He didn't challenge us. He did a good job of being patient there. Try to make a touch over the wall here. Maybe to our teammate. Not quite hard enough. We'll try to move behind our teammate since he's here. He looks like he wants to challenge, so we'll just let him go. Not quite. Monkey FPS like he's gonna make a touch. Our teammate ends up bumping him. We can get a hard touch up the field here again. Good block from Hunter. We'll try to just grab this boost and kind of position ourselves back in net since the ball's on the side. As I said before, when the opponents are going into the corner, the only thing they can do is hit the ball over the wall into middle. So all you do is just wait for them to try to pass it to their teammate and then make the block after. Here again, we're just trying to position ourselves around the ball so we can make a hard touch up the field. Really good block from FPS there. FPS gets it around our teammate. We try to just hit this ball over to the side. We do a good job of hitting that ball away from our net. We can just stay close to this ball. Hunter gets a really good block on us, so we'll try to move behind our teammate here. Hunter gets a touch back towards his net, so now his teammate is kind of forced to try to make a save here. Decent try from FPS there, trying to go up the wall and make a play. Try to get behind our teammate here pretty quick because the opponents are trying to score on us. Move behind our teammate since he's still there. Monkey FPS tries to get an aerial there. Hunter looks like he wants to take a shot, so we'll let him. Try to position ourselves in net. Ends up hitting his teammate though, so the play kind of gets stopped there. We can just take our time and hit this forwards. And there we go, there's our first goal. So all I saw here was I seen both opponents miss, so no one was back there to defend their net, so I just took the free shot on target. That's just the beauty of staying at a safe distance and just watching what's going on, knowing what balls you should and knowing what balls you shouldn't go for. Should be pretty high up since it's on the side. There shouldn't be a threat to us here, so we can kind of make a block here with no threat. No risk at all for us. We'll let him go. Try to challenge him here. Because it's in the corner. Remember, they have to hit it around the wall and middle to their teammate. There's nothing they can do to score from the corner, so the corners are a really safe place in Rocket League. Even at the higher ranks, the corners are an extremely safe place. And you want to make sure that on defense, you're saving the ball to the corner. And if the opponents are going to the corner, that's a really good thing. You don't want them going towards your net to score the ball. You want them in a spot to where it's hard for them to score. See, it bounces off the corner. It has to go middle, so we can challenge this here. Try to go around this ball and hit it towards the net. Nice. So all we did here is we tried to challenge Monkey there. He ended up missing. And on that shot, we went around the ball so we can hit it towards the net. Try to challenge Hunter here, and that's Monkey. Let our teammate go. See what he wants. Nice, he did a good job being patient there. Tries to get a touch off the back watching us, but Monkey FPS is there to make the block. Try to drive for this. Try to side flip here. Nice. Just gonna back up here. I think Hunter was waiting on that boost, but he ends up still not getting it. Wait on FPS here to make a touch. Not quite our teammates there. End up making a pretty awkward touch over how to back flip to get back to net. So we can't half flip yet, but we'll speak about that later on. Just kind of wait on the bounce. This is a little bit high for us. Even our teammate does a good job of waiting there. Doesn't quite get the touch that he wants. We can just wait for Hunter's shot. Get a touch forward to make the block. Just wait for the bounce. Our teammate's here. He wants to go. We'll let him go. Doesn't quite get it. Out of position in net here. Try to reverse into this. Really good block from our teammate. That's really good shot from Hunter there. Monkey FPS is up for this. Really close on the double tap there. These silver players are getting better and better. So we just collect the ball here. Try to challenge Monkey since he's here. We end up getting a really good 50 in our favor. Monkey does end up getting around it and collecting the ball in time. So we'll just move back here and position ourselves in net. Really good shot from Monkey there, bottom left corner. He put it in the one spot that was hard for us to reach. Really good shot from him there. We almost had it, but shot was a little bit too quick for us. Let our teammate go here. Decent kickoff from our teammate. Monkey FPS end up getting a touch towards us. We can try to get a touch off the field over him. Right on Hunter here, he gets a touch off the sidewall. And that is going to conclude game number 2. So we end up getting 9 MMR here as well. So that should move us up to 424. So, oh, we end up dipping up here too. We end up dipping up to Silver 3, Division 2. So we're making our way up to Silver 3 rank, and we're almost gold here. So we'll go ahead and move on to game number 3 and see if we can move up even further. Alright, so we're in game number 3. And we're against Animate. And we have Samuel as our teammate. So I heard he's spamming go for the match just started. So we're against Animate and Easy E. Go for this kickoff since our teammate's telling us to go for it. Just front flip into this kickoff here. Gonna try to grab this mid boost and wait to see what Easy E does with this ball. Our teammate is there. It does end up bouncing to us. We can try to challenge Easy E here. We almost end up getting a really good shot on that. Then we're with a really high pop there. Just kind of position behind our teammate. I guess we can kind of go for this here. Try to move back behind our teammates since we end up getting beat. Try to position ourselves in net for a potential save. Easy E ends up missing, so we can try to challenge this ball here. Try to grab this boost. Let our teammate challenge if he wants to. Really good aerial from our teammate. So it seems like aerials are definitely within the realm of possibility down here in Silver. At least in Silver 3. We start to see them a little bit more. Try to wait on this ball here. I'll take control of it. I'll take a challenge if we can. Really get blocked from the opponents. Just grab a boost and get position back. Kind of wait to see what they do here. Just gonna wait and see what happens. Enemy ends up missing, but Easy E is there to collect it, so we'll let our teammate challenge here. It is bouncing out middle for us. We'll kind of wait to see what Easy E does with this. Now it's in our corner, so we'll try to wait for him to pass it mid to his teammate and then block it. He ends up missing. So we can kind of challenge his teammate here in the corner. And this is the ball that we can go fast for. Since there's no one here, try to position around it. Our teammate does end up getting in the way and blocking it, so that's fine. Just grab this boost and move back here. See what Animate does. Just end up bouncing it off the wall. We can go for this ball. Since Animate was a little bit awkward there on the wall, he couldn't go for it. Let our teammate go for this ball. Pops it up off the wall. Really get popped from our teammate. Wait to see what they do. Really get saved from them. So we'll just go over here, wait for it to bounce off the wall. Challenge if somebody comes in. Like this, just take a 50 on Easy E since he's challenging us. And we'll just wait. There's nobody in net. We'll wait to see what Animate does. We can just pop this ball up towards the net. They end up missing. Our teammate's there for the shot. Really good shot from our teammate. Really good shot from him. All we did was just pop this ball towards the net. It popped up pretty high and our teammate was able to jump up and shoot this. So that is not something that I talked about yet for Silver, because I didn't think that Silver would be able to do that. But it's jumping and flipping into the ball. So I'm starting to see that a lot more down here in Silver, where players are actually jumping up and flipping into the ball. So I did speak about your flip in the how-to mechanics video for Bronze, where you can actually jump in the air for a bit and save your flip. So we end up taking a really good 50 on the opponents here. We don't quite get the goal, but we almost score. But as I was saying, you can save your flip. You have your flip for about 1.5 seconds in the air. So when the ball's in the air, if you just jump and flip, you see you can kind of get a touch towards the net there, and it's really good for shooting. So I guess we'll start implementing that now, since we're starting to see players do that a lot more. Try to take a hard touch off the wall here. Easy ends up challenging his teammate. We'll take a 50 on him since we're close. He might bounce middle for us. Easy there gets another touch. We'll try to get a touch off the wall, maybe to our teammate. Animate's there though, and he gets a decent clear up the field. So we're just trying to position ourselves back in net to try to make a save here. Alright, teammate's there, so we'll just let him keep going. We can try to challenge here. Just front flip into this. Nice. We're just trying to clear the ball away from our net there, so it's perfectly fine to flip there. Let our teammate go for this. This is going over to the side here. Try to position ourselves to hit this forwards. Easy ease there. We'll try to just move in a little bit, see what they do. Just try to sit back in net. Wait for our teammate to finish doing his thing. Easy gets a touch off the corner, so we'll just wait. We can front flip into this to get the ball away from the net. We end up getting bumped for this ball, so here we are. We'll collect this ball, use our boost. Or she might just end up bumping us again, but it's fine. Try to challenge this ball here. Really good challenge from us. Try to position ourselves behind this ball. Let Animate challenge it because he's gonna hit it up the wall. Our teammate moves in again. So our teammate seems to be very tunnel vision on the ball and not really paying attention to the fact that we can go for it. So he ends up going for the ball quite a bit, even though he doesn't need to. The E with a touch towards our net, we can front flip into this just so Animate can't score. On the position ourselves back in net, because Easy is to hit it middle to his teammate. He ends up missing, pops gonna get really high. So here's a situation where you can jump and flip into this ball to kind of give it some power if his ball is up a little bit higher. He gets a touch up the field with position the net since they go into the corner. Had a challenge here just in case. Nice. They went quick there just so Animate didn't take a free shot on our net. Let Semi go for this. Nice. Really good shot from our teammate again. So we end up making a really good save there, and our teammate is there. So we let him end up going for this. He takes a really good shot. So as you see, he jumped up and he flipped for it. Just how like I've been explaining thus far. The Easy E is not playing. And Animate is shooting the ball into his own net. Easy E's back now. They're trying to keep the ball up. Nice, GG. So that is going to conclude game number 3. We end up getting 8 MMR here, so we should move from 425 to 434. No, 433 actually. So we're still Silver 3 Division 2. And since we're Silver 3 Division 2, we might be able to move up into Gold 1 next episode. So hopefully we can move up into Gold 1. That's going to conclude the final game of this episode. This is game number 3. Alright, so that is going to conclude this episode of the Road to Grand Champion series. This has been episode number 12. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. So I did try to, in this episode, kind of be a little bit more consistent with the things that I was doing. Trying to make saves, trying to put more shots on target so I can show you guys what shots you can score, what balls you can go fast for, and we even started to realize that some silvers can jump up and flip for the ball, which I will be talking about a lot more when we make the how-to mechanics video for gold. But you guys let me know if you feel like this is what you want to see more of me actually putting the ball on target, or just being a little bit more consistent so that you guys can understand how to make more saves, how to score more shots, and overall just make better plays to capitalize on all your scoring and goal save opportunities. So with that being said, that is going to conclude this episode. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe. As I said, drop down in the comments down below and let me know if you feel like this is what you want to see more of. But with that being said, that's going to be it for me. Peace.